Here's why Cardano will become the market leader. Cryptocurrency prices have been plummeting in recent months, and you've probably noticed it as well. Almost every crypto project, however, has continued to flourish beneath the surface. This has definitely been the case with Cardano, which has seen rapid growth in terms of developers, users, and decentralized apps. Here's all you need to know about Cardano if you're unfamiliar with it. Charles Hoskinson, a co-founder of Ethereum, began the development of Cardano in 2015 before launching it in 2017, and its development is overseen by the Cardano Foundation, a non-profit organization in Switzerland. After recent updates, the Cardano blockchain can now execute about 500 transactions per second, which is its key highlight. More on that later. But keep in mind that this transaction speed applies only to basic transactions. At the moment, the Cardano blockchain can perform between 7 and 10 smart contract transactions per second. More on that in a bit as well. Today we'll provide some insight on Cardano, catch you up on some of the project's most recent developments, and explain how and why ADA might reach new all-time highs. Let's dive right in. What makes Cardano special? The Cardano blockchain's native coin is ADA. Staking, payment of transaction fees, and governance are all done with ADA, which is now confined to a Cardano project community called Project Catalyst. With no minimum stake as of the start of June 2022, ADA staking payouts are currently 5.02% per year. There's no lockup or unlock time, and there's no chance of deductions. As a result, more than 70% of the ADA supply is currently being staked. While ADA is used to pay for transaction fees on Cardano, transaction costs can be paid in any native asset thanks to Cardano's proprietary Babel fees mechanism. In short, this system allows Cardano users to pay transaction expenses in any cryptocurrency that's accepted by the project. Cardano Updates. Cardano started making big boy moves at the start of this year, and we witnessed the debut of the Sunday Swap decentralized exchange on the Cardano blockchain in January. Sunday Swap became Cardano's first dApp, and as we expected, the Cardano blockchain was absolutely overrun by thousands of people anxious to use Cardano's first dApp. It's necessary to keep in mind that no single blockchain or decentralized application has the ability to accommodate hundreds of thousands of users at the same time, which is why we knew the first dApp deployment on Cardano would be nothing short of a spectacle. For what it's worth, the Cardano blockchain didn't suffer the same fate as Solana. Credit where credit is due. Despite all of Cardano's awesome developments, including scaling solutions such as Hydra, other improvements, and announcements, the price of ADA is significantly lower than it used to be. And this is because of a few things. For starters, Cardano is closely tied to Bitcoin. As you are all aware, Bitcoin, along with many other cryptos, have been on a slippery downward slope because of the crypto market crash. Cardano stands out in this regard because ADA has been in decline since September 2021, so in a way, they beat every other crypto to the market crash race. Touché, Cardano, touché.
Touché!
Their decline started when Cardano's smart contracts went online, as some of you may recollect. This appeared to have been a serious sell the news type of episode, and that's because ADA holders' expectations for Cardano's smart contracts were sky high. Everyone was anticipating dozens of dApps to launch on the first day, as well as a user experience that would be held in high regard in the cryptocurrency world. It's safe to say that this isn't what we got. And while there was some hope for a while, as the weeks passed, it became evident that Cardano's dApps wouldn't be launching anytime soon, forcing all the inexperienced investors to sell their ADA prematurely. To make matters worse, when Cardano's dApps finally began to roll out in January, it became clear that there was still a lot of development needed. And it appears that even Cardano's core developers were caught off guard by the blockchain's smart contract scaling problems. This is probably why they've been growing the block size so much, and while this has helped, many ADA holders felt it was too little too late, and they either sold or moved their investments to other blockchains. Aside from the sell pressure from impatient investors, according to CoinMarketCap's historical data, ADA's circulating supply has increased by about 240 million since January. And assuming this data is correct and an average price of around $1, this means ADA has experienced as much as $240 million of additional sell pressure. Of course, this implies that all of the ADA was sold rather than staked, and while this isn't the rational thing to do, The fact that the number of Cardano staking pools has shrunk from over 3,100 to slightly over 3,000 since January shows that some serious selling did indeed happen. Strangely, this doesn't appear to be the case for Cardano's other stats. The number of Cardano wallets and assets has doubled, dozens of dApps have been released, and hundreds more are in the works. This indicates that there's still a lot of interest in ADA among retail consumers. Keep in mind that there appears to be a lot of demand for ADA from institutional investors as well. The fact that the price of ADA has continued to fall despite the seemingly high demand can only suggest one thing: additional selling pressure is flowing from somewhere else. In terms of what will happen in the future, Cardano's roadmap is divided into 5 segments termed eras. Goguin is the name of the third period, which centers on Cardano's smart contracts. The introduction of Cardano's smart contracts in September marked the end of the Goguin era, but you might argue that it was truly completed when the first dApp went live. This leaves 2 eras, Basho for scalability and Voltaire for governance, both of which have been in development for over a year and are currently being worked on. According to statements made during the Cardano 360 event in late December last year, Basho and Voltaire will be finished by the end of this year. But this appears to contradict a statement made by Charles in a recent Telegram Q&A session, which indicated that Hydra would not be completed until 2023. The good news is that Hydra isn't Cardano's primary scaling option in development, so we can rest easy even if the Basho era is delayed. Conclusion: Cardano has made it very clear since the beginning of the project that its goal is to be strategic and cautious rather than move quickly and destroy everything like some of the other cryptocurrencies. Cardano, as some in the Cardano community have pointed out, has to start moving quickly and breaking things if it wants to stay competitive. From our point of view, this appears to be what Cardano's developers have finally started doing, but it may be too late because impatient investors have already started selling off their investments and moving their money elsewhere. To sum it up, Cardano is currently on the lower end of the smart contract spectrum in terms of performance, cost, and usability. Again, this appears to be improving, but moving up the ranks will take a long time and a lot of effort. We believe IOG, Emergo, and the Cardano Foundation have spent no capital on their operations. The fact that we can't state this with perfect certainty because these entities haven't explicitly specified where all of their money comes from, and without any external secret funding, we can only assume that these development costs are covered by ADA sales. Despite all of the recent developments we highlighted today, institutions have kept showing interest in Cardano, proving that this project has genuine long-term potential. That's why we'll continue to provide you with ADA updates. That, plus the fact that ADA appears to be a solid cryptocurrency to hold during hard times when the rest of the crypto market is at its lowest point. At the time of making this video, ADA is trading at 0.559 cents with a 24-hour trading volume of this amount. The price of ADA has decreased by 3.59% in the last 24 hours. Cardano has been one of the most reliable digital assets in the crypto market. CoinMarketCap lists ADA as one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. The long-term ADA price forecast for 2022 is positive according to CoinQuar's analysis, with a strong possibility of exceeding $3.127 by the end of this year. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for future videos. Please share your thoughts about Cardano in the comments section below. If you'd like to know how Cardano compares to some of the other popular projects, click on the pop-out banner to check out our videos on Monero and Sphere Finance.